Hi everyone, welcome to our reading. Today we are going to be looking into those who have a master number 33. This can be your life path. This could be your personal year number. They're both going to apply, so to speak. If it's your life path, then you really want to pay close attention. So master number 33 also carries the energy of 6. And you want to remember that because I feel like it's about learning, when you come in as a master number, first of all, it means that you are an old soul, that you have had many, many experiences, many lives, and, it's almost like grad school, so to speak. So, you come in with higher-minded ideas and ways of being, but we have to learn to live up to that energy, right? So that's where it can get confusing. Anyways, 33 really is the most loving vibration of all the numbers. And then you add that with 6, right? 6 is all about relationships and, give and take type of energy. So, you can be very, very loving people. What you do have to do, though, is you have to learn how to balance your inner spirit, your emotions, because you can be hypersensitive. Master numbers just naturally are 33. You're the last of the master numbers, so you can be hypersensitive within your emotions. So you just have to learn how to balance that. When what's my pro and con list. If I can see it, then I can change it. I can fix it if I choose, right? So that's one of the things that you're here to do. You're here to really master the number 3, because the number 3 is where your lessons lie, so that you can become the energy of 6, your natural energy. So think about that. 3 in the tarot is the Empress. Creative, right? You are super creative, by the way. But she's creative, she's nurturing, she's empathetic, she's compassionate, she's strong, she has lived life. And so it is about the experiences of life. So you really are learning how to master those 3s. The 3 of Wands is my optimistic way of looking at life. The 3 of Cups, it's joy, right? And if you're not in that energy, just understand you're on the negative side of that. Because I feel like if you know that, there's things that you can do to change that. You're here learning how to allow spirit to actually channel creative energy through you. So I want you to think about that. Spirit is creating through you. I often think of like Einstein, and I don't know why he always comes to mind, but many great inventors, and I feel like they were divinely inspired, right? It's time for humans to have that. So understand, I feel like you also are someone who in some way is channeling spirit through your creativity. And that means that your creativity actually will inspire others, because that's the whole purpose, right? You're learning to really tune into the needs and of others, and finding ways of really being service to them, but also of yourself. Your purpose. How do I use my extreme creativity to help others, to help inspire them, and to help enlighten them? What did I write in the top up here? Inspire and enlighten others, all guided by a higher spirit. So know that. what I put over here, your natural energy. You know, you want to make sure your natural energy, and that's creative, joyful, inspirational. You are the healer. And through your creativity, you do great service for others, or you have the ability to. So know that about yourself. Excuse me just one second. Okay, thank you. You know, I feel master numbers. How do I want to say this? First of all, I don't feel that you would be a master number if you weren't qualified to be a master number, if that makes sense. I do feel like all the master numbers are about, in some way, the channeling of above, right? The bridge between. You in particular is through, listen, even through your joy. Your joy, your laughter might make someone else laugh who was having a bad day. You know, so when you think about changing the world, it sometimes is just a person, and then that person helps change somebody else's day, and so forth and so forth. All right, so we're going to bring the tarot in now. And I have to tell you, the more I'm learning about numerology, the more I love putting it in with the tarot. So we're going to continue. We did all the personal year numbers. They're all done. But I am going to continue forward now with all the life path numbers with tarot. So we're looking at 2021 for, again, those with the master number 33. But don't forget that 6. Don't forget those 3s. You have double 3s. All that's important. Alright, we're going to start with the Mother Mary deck. And I always feel like this is our spiritual advice. So we just want to know, you know, what kind of energy are you moving into in 2021? You know, 2021 is a universal year 5. And 5 talks about change. Talks about grace, talks about a sense of freedom. Sometimes, you know, it can feel like a forceful type of change, but I feel like whatever the change is, eventually we see, like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now that I'm in the good part of that change, now I get it. We have Father. Interesting. Father. Well, you know, 33, extremely emotional. Or extremely sensitive. So I could see the, what's the word I want to use? The danger in carrying other people's feelings and emotion towards you as part of you, right? Instead of things just happening, it's like, you know, instead of you just witnessing something, you are the energy. Just, I don't know if you understand. I think you do. Anyways, can certainly talk about father issues. You know, and I have to tell you, in a master number, I don't think anything is by chance. I think everything, especially the difficult things, were to help you in some way. You know, maybe you in some way suffered by the hand of another, and then 10 years later you know, someone crosses your path who is going through exactly what you had been through, and you're on the other side of it. So now you are a light to them, potentially a blessing to them. So we are now going to bring in the Light Seers tarot, fairly new. I haven't seen all of the cards yet, I have to tell you. So, 2021, what's the vibration? Okay, well, first of all, we open up with the 3, which is kind of beautiful, right? Because, these are the energies you're here to master. And the 3 of Wands is your outlook. This is looking at something with an optimistic view, an optimistic lens. This is your natural energy. And I feel like you're meant to have joy. It doesn't mean you're not meant to have hard times like everyone else. You are, and there are lessons. But I also feel like even the joy within you, like kind of like that kid-like energy is important. We have the 8 of Cups. 8 Cups talks about a new beginning, right? But there's a requirement. If we want it to be better than it was before, 8 of Cups is looking at that emotional house. It's kind of getting that emotional house in order. If in some way, like, your father affects your present day moment, and that can be like your choice of partner, or let's say, a father had, was an alcoholic, and you end up finding yourself with an alcoholic. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we attract it. I don't know. And I know that I'm talking to very few people when I talk about that. Okay, well, let's see what else we have. We have the 6 of Wands. So we have 2 energies of walking away, right? Moving on, beginning something new. 6 of Swords talks about moving out of choppy waters into calmer waters. Why? Because within 6 of Swords, we just left the 5 of Swords, which means we were just in the energy of that made us feel toxic, act toxic, be toxic. Right? Why? Because they were toxic. It was toxic. And I was starting to almost become it, right? 6 of Swords is me. I'm seeing that, realizing that, having enough, and ending it, moving beyond it, right? And that action alone moves you to calmer waters. It's a 6, right? It's a 6. So, this could talk about there will be times in your life, or there have been times in your life where you found yourself like on the move. Go on the move. You know what I mean? Like, don't fear it. Almost look at it as an adventure. Okay, let's keep going. We have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is about your financial sector. It's your creativity also, and it's where you decide to put your focus. This talks about putting your focus within your pentacles. You may be moving into that period within 2021 where it's kind of like you're moving out of this emotional type energy, and you're moving into more of a grounded type, focusing on you. The 8 of Pentacles, you're focusing on what it is you can create, and that's important for you. We have the Page of Pentacles. Wow. This is, many times I feel like this is the student. This is the one who is learning, right? This is something that someone wants to learn about. Someone, it may be yoga. I don't know. I'm just noticing how he's just, I don't know what that pose is called, where he's standing on his one foot. I do that sometimes, this pose. Anyway. And then what do we have? We have the Star. So, this talks about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. Let me tell you something, 33, you can manifest very easily. And honestly, if you are stuck, or if you are, I don't know, you can't figure something out, refocus on your creativity, on what it is you can bring to the world. Look at your life as a book, and its chapters. And you know what? I feel like some of the people will respond to this, that type of thing. The star is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And the Page of Pentacles behind that, this is you finding your way to that. Finding your way to that. There's that silver string, that connection. We had the Ace of Wands just flip. So, Ace of Wands, how beautiful. It feels like, excuse me, like her third eye is illuminated here. Her intuition, her guidance. Above her is the Six of Swords, and there's a lot of movement in that, right? This person's in a boat, leaving choppy waters, heading towards smoother waters, and this Ace of Wands is almost directing her, right? It's like the spiritual direction, moving you towards this Eight of Pentacles. What you will be focusing on. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles down here, maybe you don't know a lot about whatever it is you're going to do next. But that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's like spiritually inspired. Right? So it's kind of like you just need to allow yourself, I feel like. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. There you are. Do I allow myself? Do I go that direction? Do I go this direction? We have with that the Queen of Pentacles. That can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. She's someone who's very abundant. She's independent type energy because she's someone who certainly can take care of herself, especially within her material world. This may be telling you that some of you, you're doing, you're thinking about these creative endeavors and you're wondering, you're feeling inspired, right? I feel like if you feel inspired, that's your sign to do something. Because I feel like this is talking more than anything what you can do in the world through your creativity, but where you yourself can be abundant. Now, does that mean rich? I don't know. It means you have enough. It means you feel at peace. Okay. We have, look at this, the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is about success, right? You have the Eight of Pentacles. If I decide to put my focus there, well, the Nine of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Then I shall have success. And I almost feel like a lot of times that's how your life should go. And if it doesn't go that way, then something is coming in between it and you need to just look at that. So, Nine of Pentacles, listen, this doesn't happen overnight. I feel like master numbers, your mastering is not, it's a slow but steady type energy, right? It's like first half of my life is about learning it and the second half is about sharing it. Again, we want to think about 2021, right? So we can understand that this is the potential this year. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. We have the Nine of Swords. But it did come in a reverse, which is great. I am leaving in reverse. I feel that it's in reverse. So I feel like this is talking about where you've been. What you're figuring out. In the Nine of Swords, this is an energy of really excessive worry. And it's unnecessary. That's the whole thing now. Maybe it's because I can't control it. And if I can't, and I feel like this is learning that it's almost like, when I hit that 9, it's time to reflect and decide what I want to take forward with me. So the Nine of Swords is I'm letting go of that worry. Listen, some of the pain might still exist, but the worry, and it feels like you're exchanging it for the energy of your natural energy, which is the Three of Wands. Well, with the Ace of Cups, some of you are looking for, you're looking for that unconditional type of love, right? Maybe you're realizing it doesn't exist where, and I mean in the physical realm, where you're at. You know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't live up to really maybe what you deserve. Okay, that's just way too many. They'll come back. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles again. Two Pentacles, here we go again, right? We have the Two Pentacles somewhere else, right? Right here, down here. So it's like some of you are are trying to decide, or maybe you were like over worried about changing something in your life, walking away from something that you've been emotionally tied to. And I feel like, Two of Pentacles comes out, well, over the Six of Swords, it's kind of an independent type energy. And I feel like it's made without fear, to be honest. I feel like it's made from trusting myself type thing. So, anyway, I feel like the Ace of Cups is a lot of different things here. But it's really rooted from your hopes, dreams, and wishes. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. You have two aces. And look what this Ace of Pentacles is coming over. The Eight of Pentacles. You know what I feel like this is saying to you? If you make the decision to start a business, or I feel a lot of times it's like doing a business, but it's using your creativity, it's using your uniqueness, it's bringing something that you love to do or that you're just natural at. It's bringing it to the world. It's making a living out of it. And I feel like meant to, doesn't have to, but that's where you feel, I feel like that's where you feel alive. So I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity that comes through this Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like a blessing, right? It shows up at the right time. It's after the choppy waters, by the way. So if I'm trying to make a decision where I'm in emotional, all emotional, and I'm feeling all anxious and that, listen, you're not in your natural energy, and you just got to know that. You can learn to center yourself with that energy, but you got to look at it, right? And also, I feel like it's showing you how to calm yourself. So anyway, let's keep moving. Here is that way to do whatever it is you want to focus on. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel, destiny, can be a time period. The King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. We have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Emperor, Aries. Some of you, this is you owning your own business. This is you being the, the leader of your own domain. Some of you leading other people, right? But in a physical, tangible way, like where they can have physical, tangible change. It's what's that saying about, I can give a man a fish and he will eat for a day, or I can teach him to fish and he will eat for the rest of his life. It's something like that. I'm feeling that energy here with you. So that may be saying how you teach, right? So, I'm a master number 11, so I kind of get your energy. Anyway, we have, look at this, we have the 9 of Cups. So this is your happy place. It's interesting because in your happy place you have the Emperor and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. In the place where you feel you, where you, your works are celebrated. You're celebrated. You celebrate yourself. It's just, I feel like it's kind of like your natural energy almost amplified. So this Ace of Pentacles is important up here for you. Whatever this opportunity whatever you focus on, right? I feel like once you get to that point, for this year, maybe it's talking about August. Something comes in that can change everything. However, it's like I got to get myself to that point. I got to have forward progress to that point. That makes sense? So, anyways, I get what's going on here. So you're the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups side by side with the wheel next to it. So let's just look a little deeper at these two people. Even though the Queen of Cups, I have to be honest, is looking at the Emperor. I feel like this Queen of Cups is being inspired to either look at the Emperor or be the Emperor. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this King of Swords could be someone that back here that may just not move forward with you. I don't know. Because I feel like at somewhere, some way, they forced your hand. They may put you in some uncomfortable type energy. But nonetheless, you kept moving. That's the point. All right, let me look at it a little deeper. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the 5 of Wands. So for some of you, I just feel like this is talking about, first of all, it could be a person, it could be energy. It could be, the King of Swords could just represent falsehoods around me, right? You had the 9 of Swords, like falsehoods, whether it's telling myself or it was from the world. It could be, harsh communication, all that. And you certainly have some energy of that. And then it repeating itself. Somebody could be threatening to leave someone. And I feel like if I'm the one who's threatening, I should just do it. Or if someone is threatening to leave me and I feel it's right, I should just tell them to go ahead. Because I feel like that's over. Okay, I just feel like that's something that's old, something that has had its time, and I feel like this is now looking a different direction. Okay, but do I want to look at anything else? I think what I want to do is just take a few cards right in the middle. So, my takeaway from this is the Nine of Swords energy, this excess worry. I feel like you are learning how to balance that. Because you have the Page of Pentacles right under it. So I feel like you're learning how to balance that. And I feel like, you know, as you learn that you're a master number 33, you certainly should understand or will understand or can. You have the ability to understand if you search for it that you can get through challenges. I'm telling you. Don't allow yourself to stay stuck in your head. It is not where you're meant to be. It's not where you flow. If you are not, I don't know, feeling inspired or creative, it could talk about that it could be time for a change, right? So, I feel like those who are coming, maybe are coming into your own, so to speak, and decide to put their focus more on their own, on their creativity, the understanding of their master number 33, understanding of their experiences, and you know, I feel like I'm collecting it all, and it is then what you know, here's the Queen of Pentacles, who I often think is a business owner too. The Emperor, you know, I often think is a business owner. Okay, we got the Lovers. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. So I'm just taking these. I don't even know why I'm taking them. The Lovers, card of Gemini, first of all. The Lovers can be a head of heart decision. I feel like you're someone who's meant to move through your heart, but with a logical way of thinking. Does that make sense? I feel like you got to keep a foot, you know, it's like I got to keep a foot here on earth, you know, and a foot in the skies or the foot in the heavens. I feel like it's important. Okay, so we have the Lovers. First of all, it is a head over heart decision. Some of you, I know you're going through that. Queen of Wands would tell me that, you know, what is your soul calling for? Your soul would call for the experience with Queen of Wands. She's someone who moves according to her desires. You know, she's probably loved and failed, if that's the word I want to use, or she's probably loved and hated a few times in her life. But none of that has held her back. Now, maybe it did at one time, but I feel like she's someone who normally will move according to her own desire. We have the Knight of Swords. I could talk about communication coming in this year, somehow, some way, of this connection. I feel like what I want to do is I want to take something over on the other side of the Lovers. Well, it just kind of flipped on me. We have the Hangman. Interesting. The Hangman's kind of now under that Ace of Cups and that King of Swords. You know, I feel like if this is someone coming back who has really put you through hell, whose energy just doesn't match yours, and you know it, just don't allow it. I feel like don't allow it, you know, because I do feel that, like, you know, and I feel like when you're not in their energy, you feel good. You feel natural. Maybe you think that you'll feel miserable. Maybe you think that you'll be lonely, but I feel the opposite. I feel like you're like, huh. So, anyway, I don't mind seeing that Hangman there. Okay, but let's keep going. Let's follow this a little bit more. We have the Knight of Cups. So this talks about, in a way, what it can tell you is you can let go of control of, you know, if this is like a partnership. You know, many masters may find themselves in twin flame relationships, deep soulmate type relationships, and it may not come till later in life. I feel like master numbers come to their own usually, you know, halfway through life, even to later in life. Some some at 70, some at 50, some at 40, but very few times we hear of them like coming early. Now, I guess you could, right? Advanced soul. All right, we have the Empress. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. We have the Star again. We have the Four of Wands. Well, look at that. There's a commitment. Some of you may find out that you're pregnant this year. I feel like that'd be a good thing. Okay, well, he's in reverse. I'm going to leave him that way. We have the King of Cups. This King of Cups may be the one who's now coming in. It could be somebody who, someone that you know that in some way was silent. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn, under the Empress. I don't feel like I even have to worry about that energy. I feel like the Empress, I don't feel like anybody can pull the wool over the Empress's eyes, especially over her dreams or her commitments. This can be a tempting type energy, and it's next to this King who's in reverse, right? I feel like the Empress can easily overlook that because, listen, she's got the Star here. She's got much bigger, much bigger dreams, expectations. Four of Wands, I'm looking for the right one. This is the right one. This is two people who commit themselves to each other. I do feel for the rest of their lives. Here I have like a lot of independent energy, but in that independent energy, you're growing. And it may just show you like a path of, I see this often, of, once we figure this out, then this starts to open up. We have the Page of Cups. I don't know, I had to keep looking at them. We have the Seven of Cups. And we have, interesting, the Death card, which is in reverse. Interesting. So, why do I feel like this King of Cups? Now, it doesn't have to be a water sign, but I feel like what this is about, someone who could be flirty. Someone who could be, I feel like this is someone you already know. If there's this, or if this is someone that comes towards you, I feel like they're kind of flirty, and but not in a way that you admire. Let's put it that way. I do feel like they may ask you out. This could be someone old. But I don't feel growth with them. I have to say that. I just don't. Especially with the Page coming, and the King's under it. It's like, was there growth? I don't think. So anyway, I feel like, again, who's watching, you are the Empress. And I feel like what this is saying is, as this energy comes towards you, both good and not so good, you yourself will feel it. And it's almost like you can swat it away, right? I'm going to swat it away. But I feel like the Death card coming in reverse is also saying, this is, I have to make, this is refusing or resisting an ending. I could be resisting this ending over here. And it is your choice. But I don't know. Look what's waiting. Look what can be. So, I feel like if someone is, someone wants to be with you, they will show you they want to be with you. Because in this Four of Wands, this is very like-minded energy. And I feel you, as you move more and more into your creativity and you understand yourself more and more, I feel you more and more are the Empress. Almost like so strong, right? But it doesn't mean you've lost your nurturing side. It's still there. It doesn't mean you lost your creative side. Oh no. You're one of the most creative, right? You're all of that combined now. And imagine creating out of that energy, right? Because the star is next to that. Out of that energy, that's the energy I then put into the universe. Well, what does the universe bring back? The Four of Wands. You know? So, do I want to waste my time over here? That's all I'm saying. And creative wise, guys, or let's even say financially, material wise, remember, when you universal year 5, you can ask for some change. It may be uncomfortable, but think about it. What's best for me? What's best for me? What does my soul desire? What do I desire? Okay, let's read Father. And I think I will leave it there. I just want to again remind you that, this energy certainly can extend past 2021, right? This Four of Wands, this commitment card happens. I feel like this is for eternity. So, okay. This card comes to you because your question is rooted in your relationship with your father. Even though this connection may not be immediately understood, this card acknowledges the link. Most likely, old emotions concerning your father are affecting your present situation. If a memory surfaces as you read this, trust this pathway to lead you to healing. Recalling a painful memory isn't pleasant, but it's an important step towards releasing negative patterns. If you have old, heavy-hearted feelings about Dad, take a moment now to say, God and Mother Mary, thank you for helping me heal and release, and then name the emotion or situation with my father so that he and I can be free. Beautiful. Now, that may not be for all of you, but it is for some of you. So, that's my take on Master number 33. I love reading your comments. Let me know what you think about adding the numerology in with the tarot. I kind of love it, and I'm going to continue it, I feel. I'll keep doing what I do, but it's definitely a road that I'm being pulled down, and it's the combination. I mean, why not, right? Why not know? I feel like we're given the opportunity or armed with the opportunity to have certain information, signs, feelings that help to guide us. I don't feel like we're just thrown down here with no instructions, so to speak. Our part is learning to trust that intuition, right? Master number 33, your part is, to learn to enjoy your life. Enjoy your gift of creativity. And, all that comes with that. And if you feel the opposite, sometimes there you go. You got to be like, wait a minute. I shouldn't feel the opposite. I should feel like Sandy's saying. So this is showing you how to look at that energy, change it, and then, hello. Let life begin. I don't know. I love you guys. As always, thank you. Thank you for allowing me just to experiment. All the numbers are done now. So we'll keep going with different things. Again, thank you for allowing that. Welcome to anyone who's new. So happy you're here. And thank you for everyone just sticking with me, who's been with me for a while, or just a week. I'm grateful for all of you. So thank you. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.